Hello, my name is Yoshua Berman. I've been suffering with something that it seems most people call lockjaw for a number of years now. Basically, what happens is that, anybody who suffers with it knows this already. Your jaw kind of gets locked, usually after sleeping, gets locked in the morning, and your range of motion is just stopped. It can be also painful to chew and can be really annoying. So, over the years, past like 2, 3, 4 years, I'm about 34 years old now. Over the past 2, 3, 4 years, basically, usually what would happen is that I would have to kind of click my jaw open before it would have full range of motion. And throughout the day, I might have to do it a few times. But recently, it got much worse. And I would have to put a lot of pressure on my jaw like this with my hand to try to move it around so that I could actually click it open. And then one day, it just didn't work. And my jaw was locked shut. And it was like that for a couple of days, and I was really frustrated. It was very difficult to deal with until, thank God, I found a way that so far has been working. It only takes a few minutes. I've had to do it every morning, but it works pretty well. So I'd like to share it with all those people out there who might be suffering from the same thing. Basically, the idea is that you want to loosen up the whole neck area. So you start off by doing some, basic stretches. I'm sitting down right now, but it's better to do these standing up. You kind of take your head, pull it. You don't have to pull it off. Just pull it till you feel the stretch over here. You can count till about 6 seconds. I was taught this stretch by a professional chiropractor who worked in sports injuries. And he told me that you kind of pull your head down. You want to overcome the resistance with your hand, but not too hard. Count for about 6 seconds, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. And then let your head come up. Use the same hand and push your head against your hand about 40% of your strength. And what that is going to do is that it's going to create an anti-resistance effect so that after you count 6 seconds again, like this, holding your head and putting that pressure, you're going to be able to extend it a little bit more. And again, you count to 6 seconds, loosen it up, and you're going to repeat that 3 or 4 times. And then you do it on the other side, same thing, 1 1,000, 2 1,000 until you get to 6 1,000. You go up, put a little bit of pressure, make sure that you're using the right hand. Don't go like this, right? Make sure that you're reaching over and pushing your head against your hand about 40% of your strength. And then when you're pulling down, you're not pushing, you're pulling, okay? You're overcoming the resistance. So that's the first stretching exercise that I use. And then what I like to do is also head rolls. You kind of put your chin down, roll it, not all the way. Nowadays the professionals say that it's not good to do a full head roll. It's not good for your neck. I don't know why. When I was a kid and I was taking karate, they did tell us to do that. But these days they say to go like this. You see how it's just less than half of an extension. And you do that about 10, 20 times on each side. Again, you don't have to pull your head to the point where it's hurting. You could do, if you feel really tense, you could just do a small little roll, just like that. A small little roll. What you're doing is that you're loosening up the area. If you feel you still need to loosen up a little bit more, you can also do the classic, bending over stretch and just letting your head hang, which will also let some blood go there. Now, but the main thing that I have found, which is the most helpful, is actually stretching your jaw. After you've loosened up that whole area, and I think you'll feel it affecting the jaw area also, use your hand to actually open your jaw as much as you can to the point where you feel it's like just about to start hurting. It can hurt a little bit. You don't want to hurt yourself, but you open it up a little bit, use your one hand to pull the bottom jaw down, and the other hand to push the top jaw up, and hold it there for anywhere between 10 to 30 seconds. And then, I like to use that professional chiropractor's idea over here also. You can use 1 or 2 hands to get that reverse pressure going. So you push down with your jaw against your hands for about 6, 10 seconds, and then you repeat, trying to open it a little bit more the next time. Just like that. And in the morning, I've been doing this already for about 4 or 5 days. And when I first start, I'm like this wide open. Less than 2 fingers. I can't even get 2 fingers in. And I just push it a little bit and it starts to stretch. And it takes me, probably this whole thing takes me between 5 and 10 minutes maximum. Maximum 10 minutes. Definitely not more than 10 minutes. And then eventually, the jaw is able to get full extension. I can get more than 3 fingers in. Now, that happens to be because I took voice lessons and I was taught to open my mouth very wide. But you definitely should be able, after about 5 or 10 minutes of doing these stretching exercises, especially when you get to the part with your mouth. And the reason why I say don't jump straight to the mouth is that if you don't loosen up this area, it's possible that you won't be able to do it just with the stretching of the mouth. If you want, you can give it a try. Anyway, that is the method that I've been using for myself, and so far, thank God, it's been very helpful. And if you have this problem, I hope it'll be helpful for you as well.